Imagine pulling an old iron harpoon tip from the blubber of a living bowhead whale and realizing, from the style of the metal, that it was forged sometime in the 1800s. This animal was already swimming the Arctic before the American Civil War. So how does any creature survive for 2 centuries? And what does its body know that ours doesn't? The Arctic Ocean sits just above freezing for most of the year, and the bowhead never leaves it. That matters more than you might think. Cold temperatures slow everything down. The rate at which cells divide, the rate at which chemical reactions fire, the rate at which tiny errors accumulate. Every cellular reaction carries a small cost, a fragment of oxidative damage, a microscopic nick in the machinery. In a warmer body, those reactions run faster and the damage stacks up sooner. A bowhead's near-freezing environment acts like a biological dimmer switch, dialing the whole system down to a pace that human biology simply never reaches. But cold alone doesn't explain 2 centuries of survival. The bowhead genome carries enhanced versions of genes, including ERCC1 and pCNA, both involved in DNA repair and genome maintenance. Think of it this way. Most mammals patch their DNA the way you'd patch a cracked wall. A bit of filler, smooth it over, hope it holds. Bowheads rebuild the wall, brick by brick, with a precision that researchers have only recently been able to measure. Bowhead whale cells exhibit enhanced DNA double-strand break repair capacity and fidelity, and lower mutation rates than cells of other mammals. That last detail is the one that should stop you cold. Lower mutation rates. Across a 200-year lifespan, in a body the size of a school bus, the genome stays cleaner than yours does in a single decade. Researchers now believe the whale's longevity may depend partly on keeping DNA damage under unusually good control. And that is a fundamentally different strategy from simply tolerating damage. Which raises the question that nobody has fully answered yet. Despite its very large number of cells and long lifespan, the bowhead is not highly cancer-prone. A bigger body means more cells. More cells should mean more chances for something to go wrong. So why doesn't it? That last detail is wild. A body the size of a school bus, 200 years old, and somehow cleaner DNA than yours or mine. So here's the question. Do you think cold temperature or DNA repair does more of the heavy lifting? Drop your answer in the comments below. Because the cancer resistance piece is where things get really strange. Despite its very large number of cells and long lifespan, the bowhead is not highly cancer-prone, a contradiction scientists have named Peto's paradox. The paradox begins with a simple assumption. The larger an animal, the more cells it has. The more cells it has, the more chances those cells have to divide. And the more times they divide, the more opportunities there are for DNA mutations to occur, the leading cause of cancer. A bowhead, weighing in at over 80,000 kilograms, should be riddled with tumors by the time it reaches 50 years old. But it isn't. Not even close. Whale cells displayed far more efficient DNA repair than human cells. Specifically, a superior ability to fix DNA double-strand breaks through multiple repair pathways. A double-strand break is exactly what it sounds like. Both sides of the DNA helix snapped clean through. In most mammals, that kind of damage is a crisis. Cells usually repair such breaks using a process that rejoins the broken ends quickly, but can introduce errors. In bowheads, this process works with much higher fidelity. A key player is a protein called CIRBP. Humans also have it, but the whale version appears to stabilize broken DNA ends more effectively and guide them into cleaner repair. When scientists introduced whale CIRBP into human cells, those cells repaired DNA damage more accurately and picked up fewer harmful mutations over time. That last sentence is where the stakes shift entirely. Researchers are now actively sequencing bowhead genomes to isolate the specific gene variants responsible for this cancer resistance. with the explicit goal of translating those mechanisms into human longevity and cancer therapies. The animal that was already alive when your great-great-grandmother was born may end up teaching medicine how to keep you alive longer. The ocean's oldest creature has become one of science's most urgent research subjects, and we are only just beginning to read what it has to say. Subscribe for more wild animal science, and watch this one next on why orcas are the ocean's most dangerous strategists.